Oh, sorry. Oh, Govinda. As a spirit soul, sorry, you're a human being. If you're asked to just walk in the road, you'll casually walk. There's no issue. But if you're pushed inside the water, okay, you're pushed inside the water and you are asked to swim. You may swimming, you may know swimming, may not know swimming, but there's a struggle. Why? There is an extra endeavor. Hands and legs should be constantly moving. A person becomes tired. A person, Prabhupada says that a person who got gold medal in Olympics, okay, a person, he got gold medal in Olympics in swimming. Ask him to swim in across the Pacific Ocean. See, you got gold medal, no? Go to go somewhere to Rameshwaram and swim to Sri Lanka. That's a short distance. At least go to Bombay and swim to Dubai. Why you are taking a flight to Malaysia from Chennai just to swim across the ocean? It is impossible. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he walked all over the India, all over South India for 6 years. He was going village to village walking. But we cannot, because the water is an unnatural place, whereas the earth is the natural place. We can walk and we can stay back in some villages, eat something, and then continue walking like that. A fish can swim. Life fully, a fish will swim. But we cannot swim life fully because it's unnatural for us. Same way, staying in this body is unnatural for us. So we need to put extra endeavor and struggle in order to basic living itself. We have to keep struggling to maintain the body without death. We have to go, we have to work, we have to earn, we have to take bath, we have to brush our teeth, we have to wear dress, then we have to eat. For eating, we have to do cooking. And in that itself, what to cook, what not to cook. Something is creating disease. Something is, oh, this is healthy living, this is organic. Till people are not able to figure out. Everybody is having disease. They are living millions and millions of lifetimes in the same earth, not able to figure out a proper food lifestyle which everybody will stay healthy. A proper menu in which everybody will stay healthy. Everybody has difference of opinion. Some people say non-veg is good, some people say veg is good, some people say in veg organic is good, some people saying that eating only uncooked vegetables, some people say if you eat uncooked vegetable you will get some low BPs, whatever, then go into cooked. In cooked itself, half cooked is good. Some people say that put the salt in the later. So confused how to live, basic living, basic. A car doesn't know how to put petrol. Such a manufacturing. Manufacturing is perfect, but the driver doesn't know how to drive the car. He doesn't refer to the user manual given to the manufacturer, given by the manufacturer. Everybody wants to create their own user manual for their body as soon as they are born. Mother will tell that take the juice. The child will say, no, I want Fanta, I want this, I want pizza. So the child will decide, the car will decide. It's a petrol car. The car will decide, I'll put diesel. Then what will happen? Will it function properly? There will be cancer. There will be so much troubles will be there. Same way, we are spirit soul. So staying as a spiritual soul or being in spirituality is very natural for us. So any spiritual process which is very, very natural and comfortable and easy and casual is considered to be the correct process. The spiritual process itself, we have Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga, we have Karma Yoga, we have Jnana Yoga, but so much efforts. So when we say the Bhakti Yoga, oh, it's so easy, yeah? How can you get it so easily, yeah? Because it's so easy, because it's my natural constitutional position. I started living as myself. What is the difficulty in understanding? And being myself is most comfortable for me. So being a spirit soul, Bhakti Yoga is the natural constitutional position of the spirit soul. So living in that position is very, very comfortable. So when we endure extra efforts, dhyana and this tapasya and meditation, it's an extra process and an endeavor and prayasa. So atyaharascha prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha. So atyaharascha, taking more than necessary. Even reading, Prabhupada is writing in one, giving a lecture. Even reading more than necessary books means Prabhupada books are limited. See, there are 18 there are 18 I think the window is open. Just a second. Sorry, there are 18 Puranas. Prabhupada didn't translate all the Purana. Only Bhagavatam, Amala Purana he translated. Right? So he is not making us Atyahara. Some people go, I read Sanskrit, I read Manu Samhita, I read this book, that book, so much. But Prabhupada has given us the essence. So even this 18,000 verses of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Gita once or twice, then Srimad Bhagavatam once or twice, and then go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, read it once or twice, and then think whether you want to read other books or not. So Atyaharascha, Prabhupada is telling reading more than necessary is also Atyahara. Atyaharascha prayasascha prajal. Prayascha means putting extra endeavor. So we see here the extra endeavor is made. But where is the limit? So that limit is not eating more than necessary, but not fasting. Not always fasting. Monday, I fast for some Shiva. Tuesday, I fast for Skanda. Wednesday, I eat. And Thursday, I fast for Guru. And Friday, I fast for Durga. And Friday, I know some people in South India who do that. Saturday, I fast for Vishnu. Like that. They like this. They enjoy that. This tapasya. So no, only Ekadashi, Janmashtami, we know very clearly why we are doing what we are doing. So it's very, very clearly defined yogic system. But Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga is a kind of extra austerity. And Arjuna is telling that it's impossible for me to control my mind. I'm sorry. I'm very sure I cannot do that. Let me stay normal and do whatever it is. So the Bhagavad later we'll see that how Bhakti is described. Pratyaksha Vagamyam Dharmam Susukam Kartum Abhyayam means Pratyaksha Vagamyam. It can simply be casually be performed. Going around Tulasi 3 times, 4 times. Going around, walking, pulling the Rath of the Rath Yatra. What is the difficulty, yaar? It's just a casual job, right? Very, very small task. Very small task. How many times we have walked up and down so many places, but we hesitate to go around Tulasi for 3 or 4 times. So this is the spirit soul got conditioned and that due to enviousness of Krishna. But when we become devotee, then it's more of a very, very easy process. And people, how will you achieve such a great result by a simple process? Why not? Why not? Yatkripa tamaham mande sri. What we can do? What we can do? Pangum langaya tegirim. Lame man can cross mountains very easily. And this is an easy process. Prabhupada said other yoga processes are like staircase. You have your company or you have your apartment in the 20th floor. There is a lift and there is staircase. Which will you take? And if you take a lift, being smart, the other person who's taking the staircase will say, "Hey, wow, oh, you so easily you'll go. Why you will not go? So easily you go, you will go only to the first floor. Only when you walk, it will be like going on the steps. It will be like climbing. You should experience the climbing. You're a fool, number one. You want to go back and do your job in your home or in your office. You cannot waste your time. So you're just taking a lift and quickly going to the office. That's all. Finished. So Prabhupada said it's an elevator. Bhakti Yoga is an elevator. I today sent you one small, I don't know, reels or shorts or whatever of Prabhupada, where he's telling how Bhakti Yoga is better than other yoga. Kindly see the group. Okay, let us go back to the various yogic practices from 10 to 27. And in the purport, Prabhupada is very nicely explaining how it is applicable for in Krishna consciousness. Okay, where is that? One second. Go here. Chapter 6, 10. Okay, at a stretch we will read 10 to 27. And again we will come back to the translations. I think in 2 or 3 days, 1 or 2 days we can finish. Are you able to see? Yes, okay. Can somebody read? It is a typical description of Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga practice. But certain aspects Prabhupada will explain in the purports how it is applicable to us. Which actually this entire portion Arjuna is going to reject, saying that it's impractical for him. But Krishna wanted to give a opinion. See here, this is there. Do you want it really? Like that. But Arjuna will immediately quickly reject it. Okay. Let us read. Somebody read 10, 11, 12.
Hare Krishna. Wait.
Yeah.
Text 10. A transcendentalist should always engage his body, mind, and self in relationship with the Supreme. He should live alone in a secluded place and always should carefully control his mind. He should be free from desires and feelings of possessiveness. Text 11:12. To practice yoga, one should go to a secluded place and should lay kusha grass on the ground and then cover it with a deer skin and a soft cloth. The seat should be neither too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. The yogi should then sit on it very firmly and practice yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind, senses, and activities and fixing the mind on one point.
Continue.
13, 14. One should hold one's body, neck, and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of life. Thus, practicing constant control of the body, mind, and activities, the mystic transcendentalist, his mind regulated, attains to the kingdom of God or the Bada Krishna by cessation of material existence. Should I continue?
No. Material existence. Okay. So let us see 10 to 15. So, first of all, the yogic process is described. Does the Ashtanga Siddhi yogi do? First, he has to always engage his body, mind, and self in relationship with the Supreme. Many people do the meditation in yoga without Krishna, without God. Some light, some Samaj, they called us for one program. Me and Prabhu were very young and we were newly married. At that time, one of our neighbors in the apartment, he told, there is a program in my place, please come, the neighboring apartment. Then we went there and we saw that there is one lady, she came and there was one bulb. There was a balloon and inside that there was a bulb. The balloon was heart shaped and it was red color and inside that the bulb was there. And she told all of us to look into that for a long time. And we felt so bored and our eyes were paining like this. Hmm? And not, these are all bogus. Bogus. So, original Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga is described by Krishna here that the Supreme is involved. See, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, any one of the aspects should be involved. Even if a jnani is searching within the book, if he is arguing Vada, Pratibada, whether God and we are same quantity, quality, all any discussion can, Satsidananda, whatever, but it should at least targeted at the impersonal feature of the Lord as Brahman or the God as Paramatma as the localized aspect and or as Bhagavan. Okay, when or at least in Karma Yoga, at least we do as Vishnu as a Yajna Purusha. But nowhere God is involved or effulgence is involved. Nothing is involved. Nowadays, everything is bogus. Whatever we are going through as the meditation process, like we have our Prabhu, Navaneet Prabhu, who explained that he underwent, I awakened Kundali. Just ask him only one question. What was it? Avoiding the thoughts. Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Nirvisesha Sunyavadi. Sunya means zero. Nothing. Nothing. Making everything nothing. Nirvisesha Sunyavadi. There's no Vishesha. There's no speciality. There's no glorification. Inauspicious. What is there in Sunya? Sunya is inauspicious. Variety, colors, the Lord, the relationship, the sweetness, the mellows. The variegated creations. Of course, the material world is suffering, but still people have some rasa going on. And in spiritual world, unlimited rasa is going on without any suffering. So that emptiness is actually inauspicious, nirvisesha sunyavadi. So Prabhupada went to those kind of people and he made them devotees, Paschatya Desatarni. Because see, he's breaking our ideas into what is exactly meditation is, what is exactly awakening, kundali, this, that, whatever you do, but God is missing. God is missing. Finished. That minute it is not spiritual. Spirit soul is not involved here. Your body is involved, your mind is involved. They say it's a bodily exercise. Your mind will be under control, your mind will be clean, your mind will be steady. Then you can fix your mind. You will have developed concentration. Whatever it is there any relationship with God? If it is not, it's not yoga. It is not God in some form, either as this impersonal aspect as Brahman, or as Paramatma, who is the localized aspect, or as Bhagavan, who is the original feature. Any one of this should be there as to be authorized Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga, authorized Jnana Yoga, authorized Bhakti Yoga, authorized Karma Yoga also involves Vishnu, offering in sacrifice to Vishnu, according to Vedic literatures. So, when God is not involved, it's a bogus process. So, in current world, whatever is going on is not Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga. So, you understand that there are genuine practicing people are there. Like we have mystic practitioners who are described, like a certain Maitreya Rishi was a kind of a yogi, and then we have Vishwamitra. These kind of personalities are there. Vishwamitra, who was an impersonalist. So Brahmavadis, they're not Mayavadis. Mayavadis say that the Maya has overtaken God. We are all God and all those things. They're not really searching for the absolute truth in impersonal form. So there is difference between Mayavadi and Brahmavadi. So we'll later when we sing Jnana Yoga, the time we'll discuss that. Right now, just let us not discuss. But just right now, you understand this Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga. Whatever right now they are teaching you has nothing to do with the original, because here very, very clear definition. First of all, a transcendentalist should engage his body. Is a transcendentalist, is not materialist. So transcendental word is opposite of material. Okay, material means the material world, anything related with material world, which is earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego, and the three modes of material nature. So verb is three modes of material nature, and the noun, the items are all earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, and the three modes of material nature acts upon it, and whatever changes, all this jada prakriti, whatever we are seeing, that is material. And anything above that, from Brahmajyoti onwards, and Supreme Lord, Jivas, everybody is transcendental. So that transcendentalist means one is beyond the matter. Okay, so there are many levels of transcendentalist. So not that only devotee is a transcendentalist. So the other yogic people are also transcendentalists because they are going beyond the matter. They want something beyond the matter, even if it's Brahmajyoti, it's beyond the matter. And Paramatma is Supreme Lord, so he is beyond the matter. So they are generally called as transcendentalists. Okay. So Ashtanga Siddhi Yogi, Jnana Yogi, and Bhakti Yogi, all three are transcendentalists. So should engage in my body, mind, and self in relationship with the Supreme. Bhakti Yogi also should be. The only difference is who the Supreme is. For a Bhakti Yogi, he engages the mind. We as devotees, we engage our mind and the self in relationship with the Supreme. Yes or no? Yes. And if he is a Jnana Yogi, he also should engage it in. Generally, we reuse the term Jnani and Jnana Yogi, but generally, Jnana Yogi connects with the Supreme or searches for Brahman or Neti. This is not God, this is not God, this is not, this is not, this is not. This is matter, so it's not God. That is matter, it's not God. This is living entity, so it's not God. So where is God? So there is a search for God. Even within the scriptures, they search for the characteristics, whether what is the guna of God, how does he behave, how does he walk, is it a person or imperson, like this thing. But whatever research they do, it's about God, okay, about Supreme. And the Paramatma also, the search, the meditation should end in the search for the Supreme. Bhakti Yogi also, mind, body. We say that Kayena Vacha Manasa Chelena. Kayena Vacha manasa chalena. Even three dandi sannyasis carry three dandas. That's also kaya in vacha manasa. Kaya means body. Vacha means the words. Manas means mind. Kaya, vacha, manasa. All the three things should be directed towards the Supreme Lord. So he should live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control the mind. Typically, this is for Ashtanga Siddhi yogis. So in Bhakti yogis also, there are two characters, and which is two kind of people. One is Bhajananandi, another is Goshtiyanand. So Goshtiyanandi always would like to stay in association. Bhajananandi would like to have private time. Like people sometimes go to Vrindavan and they do for self-progress. But always there is a chance for Bhajananandi to fall. Unless one is very, very advanced, one should not be Bhajananandi. Like we have certain Goswamis, like we in our altar, we have, but they're all Goshtiyanandis. Everybody is Goshtiyanandi. Haridas Thakur is also Goshtiyanandi. Even though he is born in Muslim family, he had Bhagavatam classes, regular Bhagavatam classes. He used to visit Raghunath Das Goswami, Hiranya Majumdar, Govardhana Majumdar's house. In the assembly, he used to talk. Then he used to meet Yadanandan Acharya. In this way, he used to travel to devotees' places, take association. Haridas Thakur is the Vartama Pratakshita Guru, or the one who taught Krishna consciousness to Raghunath Das Goswami. He's a rich kid. Raghunath Das Goswami was a very rich kid. Son of Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhana Majumdar. So Hiranya Majumdar, Govardhana Majumdar is uncle. And then he came to see Yadunanda Acharya's house. They sent him for teaching, school. So in the school, Haridas Thakur used to visit Yadunanda Acharya. So that time he told about Lord Chaitanya and he made Raghunath Das Goswami a devotee. So big story. But whatever it is, very, very sweet, big pastime. But it goes thread after thread like that. But secluded place, they don't, even though he had a cave in which he was chanting, where a snake was living, and many pastime will see that Haridas Thakur sometimes stays alone because he doesn't stay in the village because he's a Muslim born in Muslim family. So he cannot mix with the Muslims because they are eating cow, and he cannot mix with the Hindus because they don't want him because he's born in Muslim family. His only shelter is spiritual master. Who's that? Advaita Acharya, who's Mahavishnu himself. So Lord Brahma, who's considered to be Pradapita, he's the Pitamaha, who's the grandfather of the entire universe. He himself lived like an anath because the society didn't accept him. So the secluded place is not by choice but by force for Haridas Thakur. But he used to maximum visit devotees and be in association. And even Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he regularly visits Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. In this way, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he stayed in Vrindavan with other Babajis and he felt very uncomfortable. He left Vrindavan, he came to Mayapur and he stayed in Koladweep and he attained Siddhadega. But he associated very nicely with Bhaktivinoda Thakur and all that. So they were all taking regular classes. They were preaching Harinam Sankirtan. One who goes into Vrindavan and lives on the bank of Radhakund, chants all for himself, cannot become the servant of Srimati Radharani. Because Srimati Radharani's mood is preaching. How do we know? Because Lord Chaitanya came in the mood of Radharani. And when Lord Chaitanya came, he raised both the hands and started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he started walking all over the street and asking people to chant. And he sent Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Bengal. He said, in this way, he was preaching very well. And he traveled all over South India. He was preaching Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So much preaching. So going into secluded place is not the teaching. So what is the mood in which Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya is Radharani's mood. So Radharani's mood is actually preaching. It's so obvious to openly come to people, openly mix with them, talk to them, and bring Krishna to them. Not beat around the bush. Krishna is so sweet. He can be just like that presented. He has all the good qualities, all the transcendent qualities which will attract any living entity. So living in secluded place is so very different for a devotee. And very rare we have bhajanan in these, but very difficult to follow that. And Jagannath Das Babaji left Vrindavan because staying there He saw that Babajis were having illicit sex in the night and all that, but in the daytime they were big Babajis roaming around and all. So he didn't like. He just came. He's keeping a woman. He's buying. People are donating money, and he's buying oil for the head of that lady. Means for facilities like that. Why can't they can just come out of that duplicity and then get married and just be a Krakasta? So as simple, and then chant Hare Krishna at home, and even they can visit the temple. They can also chant at home. They can worship the deity at home instead of posing as a Babaji. So this is very much condemned. Duplicity is very much condemned in Krishna consciousness. Just be yourself. Your education is there. Don't try to be an extraordinary person. So you'll be very disturbed. So he should. So this living alone in secluded place, his mind will be very disturbed. We see that how Durvasa Muni, he was in the secluded place. He was practicing meditation, same dhyana yoga. But Indra sent Ramba and Menaka. He was about to achieve his result. He was attaining Paramatma. The whole world, the Prapancha was shaking because all the elements come into control of a person who does that Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga and try to reach Paramatma. Paramatma is in every atom. So all the matter comes into his control. We can see in some Chinese movies or Japanese movies, we can see that how they can control the wind. What is that? Wind master. They say that what is that? Wind blower. What is that? They can control certain elements. So they achieve it like Buddhist meditation. Even they meditate on some supreme. Meditation brings certain mind control, but they are not able to control everything. Bender, yes. There was a very famous movie when I started my profession. What is that? The Airbender, the last Airbender, something like that. Small boy. Each of the meditation persons, they will have one power to bend one element. So this guy is the airbender. By air only he will protect a city or something like that. And some people, water benders, they will be there. Then like this, they control certain elements only. But when somebody connects with Paramatma fully, then all the elements come under control because all the elements the Lord is residing. And this person is having a very good tie-up with the Supreme Lord. So he can extend his side. He will get Ashtama Siddhi and all. He can become smaller than a small ant, and he can enter through a keyhole. He can become very big, and he can like a mountain. He can grow big, and then he can extend his hand to another city and take some item from there. He can become invisible. And there are 8 siddhis, Ashtama Siddhi. This is described in Srila Prabhupada in one of the books. I think I see Journey to Other Planets. I don't know. I think Easy Journey to Other Planets. One or two, or even in some other books also. In Bhagavatam, 2-3 places Prabhupada is mentioning what is Ashtama Siddhis, the Ashta Siddhis. So the Siddhis are the byproducts of connecting with Paramatma, because the elements are made with the Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. So when that is the byproduct. Okay, so they get carried away by the byproduct, so they don't achieve the result and leave. But some people ignore these byproducts, don't care. The very high class yogis, they ignore these results which are coming, the siddhis, they ignore it and they continue. So when they continue, the universe starts shaking and all that, then some heat will happen. So the Indra always fears that somebody will catch a seat when something like that happens. They'll find out who is doing that meditation. So he'll send Ramba, Menaka, somebody to go and dance and all that. So that Ramba came and danced, and Durvasa Muni, first he heard the sound of the anklets. Then he wanted to see, then he saw, then like that he just stopped the meditation and started living with her. He had a child and all that. So we are hearing certain fall downs like that. Fall down means not going with the women is not called fall down. Breaking transcendental process is called fall down. Okay, many times it is misunderstood. If somebody is having illicit relationship, or if somebody divorces and get married, so Prabhu's fall down, Prabhu fall down. So going behind a woman is not fall down. Leaving Krishna consciousness, leaving a transcendental process, that is called fall down. Not that one day unknowingly he ate meat, or unknowingly he ate onion garlic, or maybe knowingly he ate meat. Someday he can be purified by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra again, or going into Ganga. He can be purified. That's not an issue. He can walk. If somebody falls down, what do they do? You're going in the road, okay? People talk, somebody fall down, that Prabhu fall down, fall down. What is this nonsense falling down? You're going in the road, you fell down. What will you do next? Maybe 1 minute you will take rest because you are hurt. Next minute you will get up and walk, right? So anybody that will fallen because gossiping 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 1 month. That Prabhu, you know what happened? That Maharaj, you know what happened? Fall down. What is that fall down? Somebody falls down, what they eternally they'll be in the street. Huh? When you fell down, you were a child, right? You started walking. When you started walking, did you fall down? Yes. When you try to drive the cycle, you fall down. Yes, you fall down. When you were walking, you fall down. Then what do? Eternally I am fallen. Everybody says he's fall down, so he has to be fallen. You will just wipe away all the dust and everything for 1 or 2 minutes, and then you'll just get up and again start walking. Same way, anybody who falls down can immediately get up and just keep walking. But fall down, if it is done consciously, very clearly knowing that I want to break it and then I want to, then Krishna will show you who he is. He is conscious of all living beings. He knows what you're thinking in your mind. Crookedness will not work here, but in sincerity, sincerely, a person when he is going, he just falls down. And so going away from Krishna's fall down. Okay. So you should understand. So it's not so easy. Durvasa Muni got carried away and he just left the process halfway through. And we got a child with her and he lived with her for some Gandharva, sorry, demigod. What is their name? From heavenly planets. Sarga, this Devata ladies. He was carried away. It is possible. But Haridas Thakur was there, and then the prostitute came. Then the Haridas Thakur kept chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And then he didn't. Nothing happened. She became purified by hearing. The third night, she started crying. Actually, Ramachandra Khan gave me money and sent me. She's one of the most beautiful prostitute in that area. Her name is Laksha Hira. We went to that place. That place is in the Bangladesh, and it's in the border of Bengal and Bangladesh. But it is in the Bangladesh side. So we saw that where Haridas Thakur saved that women. So she cried and she became a devotee. She became a disciple. Please initiate me. I don't want to get into that nonsense prostitution anymore. So Haridas Thakur initiated a prostitute and gave the hut. You stay in this hut. You sell all your property and come. Then I'll initiate you. Not sell, donate. She went and donated everything and came back shaven head. The hair is a symptom of beauty. Then the men will again hunt her. So she shaved her head and she came. Giving up everything, she came to the spiritual master. Spiritual master initiated her and said that there's a tulsi plant, worship the tulsi and stay in this hut. You stay, I'll go because that man is getting disturbed, so I'm leaving. So she stayed there simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which Namacharya Haridas Thakur gave. She attained Baba Prema very, very quickly. It's written directly in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very quickly she attained Baba and Prema. No need to go to Vrindavan, this, that. Simply stick back with spiritual master. Follow the simple process which he is teaching, and then you will attain everything. So, Yoga Mishra Bhakti is not pure Bhakti. Pure Bhakti has the ultimate benefit of Prema. Whereas when you mix it with anything contamination, even other yoga process, mixing is contamination. So, this is about living in seclusion. He should be free from desires and feeling possessiveness. So, should not be feeling. You should be free from desires and feelings of possession. This is mine, all those should not be that. This is Krishna's is all right. We'll see the purports, then we'll know. So to practice yoga, one should go to a secluded place, okay, alone and all. Should lay kusa grass. Do you think all this are practical? Can you first find a secluded place? Okay, I'll go to the forest. There is one nice forest. Forest Authority of India. You know that? FAI. Forest Authority of India means where other than city, wherever there is forest, everything comes under forest area, and common civilians are prohibited to enter into the forest area. Because they cut the sandalwood trees, they sell the tusk of the elephant, and they kill the elephant. They do so many nasty things Earlier, British government was there. They took the gun and went and shot all the deer, nice deers and everything, and buffaloes and what do you call it? Bison, which is in the forest. That forest buffaloes are called bisons. Really big. They're not bisons. They're bulls. Bisons are bulls. They are not buffaloes. Kind of bull. And they put all their head. You can see the old bungalows and all. You can see that they hunt. Hunting is not there like olden days, taking a bow and arrow and going and chivalry and all. No, coward, foolish rascaldom. Taking a gun, to shoot, they'll shoot. Where is the chivalry? Fighting with the animal or chasing in the chariot? Nothing. Just shoot. And they say that I went for hunting. I'm also like a king. And he brings shameless creature hiding somewhere and not going in the front, hiding somewhere and fighting. Even the wars are fought by hiding. Throwing a bomb and running away. Send a flight, throw the bomb, run away. No face-to-face war at all. Nowhere. So like that. So finding a secluded place is impossible. Finding a forest is impossible. Prabhupada mentions this in many lectures, defying this yoga system. And surely, where is kusa grass? You can't even find it. There will be mixture there also. Even salt, we have pure salt we cannot get. And when we go to organic, nothing but staying pure as it is. Now the organic are the most costly. People go into brand products which are shelf with preservatives and things like that because they're cheap. Which actually they add extra ingredient. They only should be expensive. The natural should be less expensive. But naturals are more expensive. You want original, you have to pay more. Like that it has become. So where will you find kusa grass? Identifying kusa, then you have to see. You should sit on the ground and cover it with deer skin. If you hunt a deer, you will be arrested. And soft cloth. Seat should be neither too high nor too low. So from this we can understand nobody is actually practicing yoga, because to practice yoga this has to be done, and nobody is using the deer skin, nobody is using any kusa grass and all. So not high, not low. These are all some practices which actually Arjuna is rejecting, but it is impractical. So holding the body erect, straight line, completely free from sex life. Many of the yogis have some illicit sex. One should meditate, at least mind they will think of women. One should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of. But if a sincere yogi is doing it, then if he's meditating on Supreme Lord, then automatically he'll be freed from this he'll be freed from fear and sex life. Mind will be very submissive, very beautifully submissive, because everybody bows down to the Supreme Lord. Even the Jada Prakriti is bowing down to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all the elements will offer obeisances to Paramatma as soon as he takes over a body. All of them will offer obeisances and become, yes, Prabhu, you tell me what I'll do. Because the Jiva becomes obedient or in connection with the Supreme. So that is the qualification for a Jiva. So then, on the order of the Supreme Lord, when the Jada Prakriti happens, everything turns favorable. So it's very difficult actually. Thus, practicing constant control of the body and mind and activities, mystic transcendentalist is mind regulated, attains the kingdom of God, the abode of Krishna by the material. So the topmost yogi, we'll see that yoginam abhi sarvesham adgadir andaratma. So the yogi will actually attain Krishna. Bhakti yogi will attain Krishna, and Ashtanga Siddhi yogi will attain the expansion of Krishna, Paramatma, and the Jnana yogi will attain the effulgence of Krishna, which is Brahmajyoti, in this way. So there's no possibility of, okay. Now we'll see the regulated habits. This is very important, this portion for us, because even in Krishna consciousness, we follow this. Okay. What is the time? Okay. Thus, practicing constant control of the body and mind and activities, the mystic transcendentalist is mind regulated, attains the kingdom of God or the abode of Krishna by the cessation of material existence. Okay. So generally, it is about yogi also, where we will see. Okay. Read the 16 and 17, somebody.
Text 16. There is no possibility of one's becoming a yogi. O Arjuna, if one eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much or does not sleep enough. Text 17. He who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system.
Very good. So this is also instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also the same thing is advised later when we come inside Bhakti Yoga. Krishna in another place is advising Arjuna become such a yogi that don't eat too much, don't eat too little, don't sleep too much, don't sleep too little. Uh, you maintain the equilibrium. Arjuna, such a yogi is such a person, not yogi. Such a person is very dear to me. So there is in, we'll see the 12th chapter onwards, 6th to 12th chapter onwards, all completely Bhakti Yoga, exclusively there me priyaha, me priyaha, me priyaha, me priyaha, me priyaha, like that. Me priyaha means he is dear to me, he is dear to me, like that. Every sloka Krishna will conclude that person is very dear to me. He won't eat too much, he won't eat too less. He won't sleep too less, he won't sleep too much. In this way, he mediocre, mediocre. So sometimes you see that Yudhishthira doesn't get angry at all. Bhima gets too much angry. But Arjuna is a mediocre. When required, he becomes angry. When not required, he will not get angry. But Bhima, for anything and everything, he becomes, oh, they are doing like a revenge. He's going running here and there. But Yudhishthira Maharaj is just tolerating whatever it is. But Arjuna is a perfect devotee. That is why he is very dear to Krishna, and Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to him because he is the friend and the devotee, both friend and the devotee. At the same time, he is constitutionally a friend of Krishna. So these are all the reasons. So 14 and 15, so I'll give you little homework if possible you do and come. So that what are all the regulated habits we can pick. Anyway, we'll be reading the other slokas and purports, or we can come back to this little later. Okay. We'll do one thing. One sloka we'll see. Oh, it's quite big. Okay, we'll keep it for tomorrow. 14, 15 we have read. Okay, we'll do one thing. Till 27 we'll read in this only. This section we'll read and finish the translations. So there is some regulation in eating, sleeping, all these things. For any yogi, this is essential. Okay. 24, 27. Okay, fine. It's possible. Read it, somebody. Just only reading we are doing. Explanation we'll see one by one. Somebody read.
He who
17,
is
18, 19. Yeah.
he who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Text 18. When the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires, he is said to be well established in yoga. Text 19. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist, whose mind is controlled, remains always steady in his meditation to the transcendent self. Do I continue or?
Yeah. One second, I'll just tell. He who has a regulated habit of eating, sleeping, recreation work. Now, is there any recreation for a yogi or a jnani or a spiritualist and work? So, a person who is situated in Krishna consciousness, take for example Krishna consciousness or Bhakti Yoga or Krishna consciousness movement which established by Srila Prabhupada. We have regulated eating, sleeping, recreation, and work. Now, if you see sannyasi, he also has this four. If you take brahmachari, he also has this four. If you take grahastha, he also has this four. So ISKCON sannyasis are not typically sannyasis. They are more than that. Sannyasi is varnashrama dharma, very, very low designation. But actually, every ISKCON devotee who is sincerely following everything properly, then they are really topmost advanced yogis. He who is regulated in his habit of eating, sleeping, Prabhupada gives beautiful purports in these regulations. We'll go through this. When the yogi practices yoga, disciplines his mental activities. So that is possible by connecting with Krishna and becoming very, very seriously working for Krishna. So then what will happen? The mind will be like it doesn't waver. Uncontrolled. They say, no, I want mind control, mind control. So mind will be in control. That is the idea. Okay. Read 20, 23. Krishna.
In the stage of perfection called trance or samadhi, one's mind is completely restrained from material mental activities by practice of yoga. This perfection is characterized by one's ability to see the self by the pure mind and to relish and rejoice in the self. In that joyous state, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness, realized through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from the truth. And upon gaining this, he thinks there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact.
Wow, this is so good. Okay, all these are about devotee only. Yogi, the word yogi applies to all kinds of yoga. So let it be Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga, let it be Dhyana Yoga, which is the advanced stage, and Bhakti Yoga, maybe any yoga process, but he will attain this transcendental position. But in fact, the Bhakti Yogi is going to attain more than this. The Prema and Baba, these experiences which he is going to undergo by the relationship with the Supreme Lord is a lot more higher. But he will also have these experiences. Freedom from miseries and everything. Okay, we'll come back to this sloka when we go in detail. Read it till 24 to 27. 24? Yeah, who else? Somebody else want to read?
Text 24, one should engage oneself in practice of yoga with determination and faith and not to be deviated from the path. One should abandon, without exception, all material desires born of material speculation and thus control all the senses on all sides by the mind. Text 25. Gradually, step by step, one should become situated in trance by means of intelligence sustained by full conviction, and thus the mind should be fixed on the self alone and should think of nothing else. Text 26. From wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Text 27. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes his qualitative identity with the Supreme, and thus he is freed from all reactions of past deeds.
Hari Bol. So Krishna, I was telling that day, Krishna never speaks other yoga system because he's such a lover of bhakti that he loves bhakti yoga. Bhaktyamam Abhijanati. We'll see that at the end of this chapter he is glorifying Bhakti Yoga like anything. Like what is that? Yoginam Abhi Sarvesham Madgatir Antaratmanaha. The one who is meditating on me, one who is thinking on me, worshipping me, one who is engaged in my devotional service is the greatest of all yogis. Like that, he will conclude this chapter. So you can see here, very, very clearly explaining that a yogi whose mind is fixed on me. There cannot be more clearer explanation for a yogi that without God, without Krishna, there is no question of yoga at all. Verily attains highest perfection of even if it's Ashtanga Siddhi Yogi, anybody. So his qualitative identity with the Supreme. Even somebody realizes that I am one with God, me and God are same. He is also Satchidananda, I am also Satchidananda. He is also eternal, he doesn't die. I also eternal, I also don't die. We have certain similarities with the Supreme Lord, right? Yes, no, we are different. God is different. This is Dvaitas, the so-called Sri Vaishnavas. Very, very foolish, we can say. Foolish people, especially in South India, I have seen very foolish. The so-called Vaishnavism is a big bakwas here. That the first thing, they say that we are Dvaitas. So what is that? God and we are different. We can never be the same. But no, we are the same. How? We are similar in one sense because I also live eternally. There's no death for me. God also lives eternally. He also doesn't have death. This is one similarity. And my spirit soul, as a spirit soul, I am made up of Sat Siddha Ananda, and Lord also is made up of Sat Siddha Ananda, qualitatively speaking. I live eternally, I don't die, and God also live eternally, He don't die. And my home is spiritual world, and His home is spiritual world. So many similarities are there between us and Lord. So how can we totally say that God and me are totally different? No. But quantitatively, we are certainly different, which Dvaitavadis argue. But we can see in certain South Indian people, they say, I'm a Vaishnava. And the Bhagavatam says that, and Padma Purana also, Vaishnavanam Yata Sambhu. Greatest of all the Vaishnavas is Sambhu. So, but they go to the temple, and if there is a Shiva and Vishnu, they hide their face from Shiva. They don't even look at his face. So how such an offensive attitude will be, they will be able to approach the Supreme? It is not possible. So there is identity with the Supreme. Qualitatively, we are the same. So if somebody tries to prove that we and God are same, that is also correct in one sense. And if somebody says that God and we are different, yes, that is also correct in one sense. So the realizing the qualitative identity with the Supreme, either in the form of Brahman or Paramatma, Bhagavan, whatever be it, that has to be there. And thus he is freed from all reactions of the past. It's karma bandhana bandhanam. All the karma bandha will be cut because he is in connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We'll see in the purports, like totally a new vision will open. I used to say that Krishna never talks which is beyond Bhakti Yoga. And when we are going to Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a nice thing I would like to say from that is any yoga process, Sukadev Goswami is saying, that is the first thing he is saying as soon as he starts talking. Any other yoga process is a failure without a touch of Krishna consciousness. Bhakti should touch it. Only then, even if somebody wants to go and emerge in Brahmajyoti, that is possible only by the touch of Bhakti Yoga. A little bit, what is that called? Salpam abhyasya dharmasya trayate vadat mato bhayat. A little bit, what is that? Sarva siddhi hoi. A little bit association with pure devotee. Lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoi. People are behind siddhi, siddhi, ashta siddhi, ashta siddhi. There are many, many siddhis. And they get only 8 siddhis or 8 special powers. But whatever, but here it's mentioned, Lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoi. Sarva siddhi you will get simply by Lavamatra. What is Lavamatra? It is a second, a single second is divided into further time. Smallest unit we say microsecond, millisecond, like that. Such millisecond, if you have association with a pure devotee also, then you won't see any more birth and death. So he's free from all reactions of past days. Like that. It's a very nice, we'll see that this is related with, generally yogi is being taught. So Krishna will not, so Krishna is teaching the original Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga. Right now this process is not available in the world. Whoever saying that, no, I did it, no, you didn't do it. That is not original yoga. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions or comments? Tomorrow we'll see in details this section. Hare Krishna. Oh, I'm muted. I'm really sorry. What did you hear last?
Any questions, Mataji?
Oh, okay. Okay, there are no questions. We'll wind up today. We'll go and dive deep into this section tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll have a small group work also. Tomorrow, day after, we'll discuss it in the class because you're all working. So in the weekdays, I don't want to give you assignments for doing at home. We'll do it in the class tomorrow. Okay? We have nice portions to discuss, beautiful portions which are very practical. You'll enjoy it. Okay. Hope all of you had a beautiful day with the Krishna consciousness. I wish you a very nice, good sleep. Wake up for chanting enthusiastically tomorrow, praying to the Supreme Lord to give you all blessings, to enthusiastically chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Let us wind up here by chanting one time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. All of you unmute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
It's dedicated to all of us for a beautiful chanting tomorrow morning. Okay. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow with an interesting session on practical application of Krishna consciousness and the lifestyle modification which we need to do if required. Okay. Hare Krishna. Good night.